I was muted. Sorry about that, everybody. So 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 I was muted. Sorry. Technology is so beautiful. I love it sometimes. I hate it other times. Okay, welcome. Today is the 26th of April, and we are just 1 week out from the live broadcast that we did webinar on Easter weekend, where we talked about some pretty amazing techniques and pretty amazing meditation that Jesus Christ did, that Sri Kalshwar did, and a lot of saints. So the question that everybody asked, like, okay, it's all great to hear these stories about all the wonderful saints. How do I become like that? How do I become like a Jesus? How do I become like a Shirdi Sai Baba? How do I become like a Sri Kalshwar? Is it even possible, or is it beyond my capabilities? So I would say very succinctly that you can become to that level, but it requires practice. It requires changing your vibrations. It requires changing your lifestyle. It requires understanding the energy that you need to get to. You have to look at, meditation isn't just kind of going in and just going into the bliss and then forgetting everything else. What the meditation, at least in the Sri Kalashwar path, is about accessing the higher divine energies, but also what's going to happen when you receive those divine energies. It's going to bring up all your blockages and all the areas in life that you need to purge. The more that you can get rid of all the negative thoughts, tendencies, vibrations, emotions, the higher your soul is going to be able to expand. So I'm going to repeat that again, because when you meditate, and it's a constant practice of accessing the higher divine energies, the angels, divine souls, Mother Divine, so that you can resonate at a higher frequency. And what that means is that it requires a shift and a change in your whole belief system, your thought patterns, your emotional bodies, so that you can access more easily the divine energies that are around us. Like I said, the divine energies are around us. We're just not aware of it. We're not conscious of it because we resonate at a different frequency. So, what I suggest in all the classes is to use mantras, which are tools. Om Namah Shivaya is a very basic way to connect your inner vibrations with the nature around you, because Om Namah Shivaya actually represents the five elements, which is the earth, fire, sky or ether, water, air. The five elements. Once you purify the five elements within you, you're able to access the angels that represent vibrationally with the universal elements. Na, ma, shi, va, ya. So a very simple techniques is to align your breathing, which is the air element, with the mantra, such as Om Namah Shivaya, and really begin to start to access the meditation energy. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm just repeating Om Namah Shivaya, and I'm like going into a trance. It's quite amazing, because when we start repeating those vibrational syllables, Om Namah Shivaya, what happens is that our whole nervous system begins to slow down. It begins to vibrationally ascend to a higher dimension. Because what's happening is that we are becoming attuned with our soul, with the nature. So for this week, we're going to just practice. We're going to practice meditating. Very simple. When you want to sit to meditate, face east or north. Why? Because everything in this universe revolves around the sun energy. It is the life force that creates and sustains and nurtures the nature. It's positive vibrations. So wherever you sit, face east or north, use a compass. It's very easy. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And you're actually resetting your whole nervous system. You're resetting your consciousness. You're beginning to close your eyes, which focus externally to the stimulus of the outer world. And for those 15 minutes every day, what we want to do is to learn how to close off the stimulus so that we can begin to attune ourselves with the inner vibrations of our own soul. Everybody has a soul. Everybody came in with a soul, and everybody departs with a soul. It's the consciousness that within your soul body that guides you and shows you the direction of natural intuition, and is what connects to the consciousness around us. So a lot's happening during meditation. So we want to be able to start adjusting and attuning to the vibrational frequency within with the universal frequency without through the power of the mantras. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And you could do mantras beforehand when you sit to meditate. If you want to get more advanced, you do the opening mantras, which we can go into later. It's the Ganesh, the Guru Ganesh Gayatri. Guru is you're accessing the divine masters. Ganesh, you're actually asking for protection circles and for removing of obstacles. And then Gayatri, which is connecting to the universal mother energy, which is contained in the nature. So simply sitting down, giving thanks, making a prayer. I'm going to do my meditation. Please support me in this process. Please help me and my soul to connect to those vibrations. And then simply carve out 15 minutes to meditate using the simple mantra Om Namah Shivaya. Sri Kaleshwar used it often. He used it often. Ideally, if you don't want to use Om Namah Shivaya, you can contact us here at the Shirdi Sai Temple and the Sri Kaleshwar University to get a personal mantra. We'll give you a list and you can actually go through it yourself and pick one that resonates with you. But we like to connect to people, not have it be impersonal, but to allow you to understand the mechanism of mantras. And maybe in our next seminar, we can talk about personal mantras, what it means, why is it important, how does it build our soul capacity, how does it build protection circles around us, and how does it connect us to the Brahma consciousness, Shiva consciousness that is within us and around us. So we'll spend a couple minutes just to do that, where we can sit and meditate silently and use this mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. It's an Eastern vibrational frequency that has been around for thousands of years. So you can sit quietly and just close your eyes. I just naturally close my eyes, even during the webinar, when I'm supposed to be looking into the camera, I just want to kind of retreat and close my eyes and just repeat silently to yourself, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So let's do this for like 2 or 3 minutes and see if we can't really begin to access the energy of Om Namah Shivaya, which is the inner self, which is the inner consciousness, which is the universal intelligence within us that we can access very easily. Just sit quietly and repeat. As you inhale, exhale, just repeat that mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, over and over and over and over again. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Quietly to yourself. So let's do this for 2 or 3 minutes and see what those vibrations are like. As you meditate, you can really begin to experience your mind quieting down, your breath slowing down. The thoughts will come and they'll go. Just let them go. Thoughts are not as important as focusing within. Just repeat Om Namah Shivaya. Repeat those vibrations quietly to yourself. Don't worry about the disturbances outside. Just focus on your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Allowing the vibrations to take you within naturally. If you stop repeating the mantras, it's okay. Don't worry. Gently come back to it. It'll take you deeper. When you're ready, open your eyes. Allow the vibrations to bring you present. Very simple instructions, very simple techniques, very simple but powerful energy that is invoked and that come into the process of your meditation practice on a day-to-day basis. And you'll see over time that your meditations will expand, go deeper. You'll go into trance. When you're going into those trance moments, your soul is really sucking that cosmic energy, that energy which is the source of peace, intuition, knowledge, and revitalization to your whole nervous system. So now we've completed the first step of meditation practice, and you'll see you can do it anytime. Morning times is best after you take a shower and are refreshed and begin to recalibrate your body, which is the temple of the soul. So thanks for sitting in and following this meditation practice. Try it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then in our next seminar, you can come, bring your questions. As we go live, you can learn how to meditate and follow these practices. Thanks for joining, everybody. Take care. We'll see you again soon.